Welcome friends tonight to Not Much Time 33 Outdoors. This is a channel where I explore the outdoors. Sometimes I go in the daytime, sometimes I go at night. We're just at the trailhead of a local swamp. Hopefully it's not too wet and we can progress at a good rate. Thank you for being here. Hope everybody's had a good time. Today when I left my vehicle, it was plus 3 Celsius. 3 degrees Celsius. So it's starting to get cold. I guess we can't put it off forever. November 13th, 2024. So hopefully we can quietly investigate this swamp. You won't see much water because I'm staying on the trail where I won't see much water. And I don't want to get my feet wet because I didn't come prepared for that. We have had rain the last few days. We've had a day and a half of winds and no rain, and so I thought I'd come out. I hope everybody's in good health and you're warm at home. We might come back to this little place, this little entrance here in a bit. Stay on the main trail for a while. See what happens. So the moon is to my left. I don't know if you can see that. I try to always remember where the moon is when I leave my vehicle, so that if I get off trail and I get disoriented, I'm going to turn one more light on, see if it makes a difference. I just turned my headlamp on. Hopefully it'll be okay. It won't cause any dark shadows. Last time I came here, I was on a different trail. And I caused a lot of commotion to a dog I could hear on a nearby farm. So I thought tonight I'd come to a further away from that farm location to come into this area. This is a funny trail. It continues in for a while, and then it just quits. And you can follow trail markers that hunters have left. But it seems to always lead you into wet areas where there's some tree stands, and it's hard to get back to where you want to be in the nighttime. So we'll see what happens when the trail ends up here in a bit. Just like to say hi to my mother. Hi, Mom. Hope it's going good. Hope you're enjoying the videos. We've got ourselves a little opening here. There's a tree that's down. Looks like a main trail going that way. You got your trail tag left there by a hunter. Maybe we'll come back in a little bit and go that way. So you can see all those steel pins on the trees back in there. That's not eye shine, if you can see that. I love it in the forest. There's a calm that I feel you can't get anywhere else. It seems a lot brighter in here tonight with my headlamp on. Hopefully the flashlight stays powered up. Oh, I can hear that dog that I was telling you about. I thought this would be a lot better for him if I came in about a kilometer further down the road. So this is one of the days of during the week that you can hike at this area. This is mostly for hunting 5 days a week. You can see a lot more when the leaves are gone than you can in the summer. Hopefully we'll catch some little animals or even some deer running around, but we don't want to see any skunks. Every time I mention I'd like to see some animals, skunks always come to my mind. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the other night my wife was in the backyard with the dog walking up to the back door, and she looked and there was a skunk walking beside the both of them. So they got lucky. Skunk never did anything. One time we came home and the skunk did do something to our dog. We don't want that again. Even though we had all this rain the last couple days, it's still way drier in here than normal. Kind of happy with that. Usually by now I'm going around water when I come in on this trail. But that's good that we're not. So tonight I'm using the battery not on the handle for my GoPro, but right in the GoPro itself. So I gotta keep an eye on it. It doesn't last as long as the handle does. Still plenty of green there, I see. I'd like to hear some coyotes. I had a special request put in that I go somewhere where we can hear the coyotes. See what happens. The only thing I can hear now is the trees rubbing against each other. You never know what you're going to see when you go into a forest. You're definitely going to see a lot of stuff that you're used to seeing. But you're going to see stuff that is going to surprise you sometimes. Now I've come to this area here and I'm not sure where to go. Maybe the trail's over here. Something's changed here. Some trees have gone down. I think we got it figured out. I'd like to hear that screech owl or a coyote. Maybe they're too cold. Yeah, there's a lot of different trees that have been pushed around back in here, it looks like. Looks like they cleaned it up a bit, made the path a little bit more easy to walk on. Lots of roots up in that tree over there. Not roots, but vines. So the sun where I'm located here in Canada is going down at about 5 o'clock p.m. now. It's making the nights a lot longer. Oh, there's a tree stand right there. I don't know if you can see that. I wonder how many deer populate this little conservation swamp. The ground's starting to get a little softer. Might start seeing some puddles. I thought I seen something way back in there, but probably the camera doesn't pick up what I see with my eye for distance. Not sure if I've ever seen it so bare in here. I know last winter I got shut out most of the winter by the wet and the cold. I'm going to try to do a lot better this year. When I was younger, we spent time at a cottage and there was no hydro. We had propane lamps and stuff, but a lot of times they weren't on. And we used to travel back and forth between cottages in the dark. It was scary, but we kind of got used to it. I've always been intrigued by the forest at night in the dark. Don't get me wrong, I understand it can be very dangerous. So if you're wondering why I do this, that's one of the reasons. It's always kind of intrigued me. I came back here this summer, I believe, on this trail, and they've done a lot of work to it since I was here. I'm hearing the trees rubbing and it's fooling me, thinking it's something else. You know, when you drive by a forest on the highway or the road, you don't really see anything. It's not till you walk in the forest that you see what's really there. But before you go, make sure you're prepared. I recommend a personal locator beacon or some type of app on your phone that can pinpoint where you are if you get lost, direct you back out, or even be able to help others come and get you. I highly recommend that. And you don't have to go at night. Daytime is a challenge in itself. And make sure you know what kind of animals are in your area. I'll just be honest, there's no bears here. But I have been in places where there's bears. Before you go into the forest, make sure your phone's charged. Right now tonight I have this camera set up, a flashlight, I have a knife, I have a toque on just to help conserve my energy. I got gloves in my pocket in case I did get too cold. But it's not that cold out. I always wonder if there's animals watching me. I wonder if they say, I can't wait till this guy's gone so I can use the trail. Not sure what that is. Just thought I heard a whistle. Probably just a bird. Looks like some trees are blocking the trail here. I'll go around. Haven't seen any lean-tos tonight. Last video I saw 2 or 3, and I saw forest wood teepees as well. See those pins on the trees back there? Little steelhead pins, they shine in the dark. I think we're going to take a look around, and then I was thinking the video last time was too long. I think it was 55 minutes. It's windy tonight. I hope it's not hurting the audio very much. This swamp surely has a lot of old pines that have gone down. So if you see anything, see any eye shine, let me know. Another big log on the ground. Somebody put a water bottle here. I'm gonna put that in my pocket and take it out. I don't think it's a marker of any sort. I think it's just litter that's gotta go. I think my headlamp's still on. Yep, it's still on. This is the second video that I've had it on for. I don't know how long the batteries will last, since this is the only second time I've ever used it. So I think we're going to turn around at this fallen tree here. Or maybe we'll keep going. I think it gets pretty tight in here. You can hear the trees rubbing together. There's some big vines in here. So just like that, we're about 5 or 6 weeks away from Christmas, it seems. Oh, I better hurry. Looks like the camera might die on me soon. So, in case the camera dies, like I mentioned, when I use the battery that's in the camera itself, it doesn't last as long. So I'll start heading back out. Thanks for being here. This is Not Much Time 33 Outdoors. Night exploring. I go out in the forest at night. I look around. I enjoy the calm. I do it with caution and care. So if this video cuts out, it's because the battery died. I'm not sure if I plugged in the other battery, if it would keep going. I could try that. You might see my fingers for a minute here while I plug in the handle. We'll see how long we can keep going. Camera's still running, so we'll see what happens. I'm still learning all about this GoPro. I never had one before. I got it last February, I believe, I believe it was last February. I'd always use my telephone, my cell phone. Hopefully we're good. I have learned that if you have your handle plugged in and a battery in the camera, that sometimes it overheats. Anyways, I think we're all still here. I better watch where I'm going or I'm gonna get lost. I came to that place where the tree was down and I almost went the wrong way. But I noticed it right away, so we're good. Thought I'd check this little area out here. Well, I'm standing on a tree that's already fallen over. I better get out. It's leaning up against. It's a double-barreled tree after a while, and it's leaning up against another white pine. Maybe that's not a white pine. Oh, I see, the one that's leaning's dead. I apologize for the sniffling. I do that too much. I'm not sure how deep I was in. I'm not sure if I was a half an hour in or not. I can't really read the timer on my camera without a pair of glasses, and I don't have any right now. Oh, that looks so nice back in there. A lot of the trees back here have white fungus or white mold on the bottom of the logs. So when I look at it from a distance, I think, oh no, there's snow. But it's not snow. But we did have ice this morning. Enough ice that I had to break it off. A cover on this tarp. The rainwater had frozen. Be nice to go through there. Oh, there's one of those logs. I don't know if you can see it. It's got white on it. It's up in the air, that one. So it's been a good walk. I've enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along with me. I usually sleep better when I've been out walking in the bush, whether it's daytime or nighttime. I'm going to try brushing my lens off. There might be a little bit of condensation on it from the cold. I'm not sure what it is. Oh. Looks like I could just get a clear glimpse of the timer, and I was near 45 minutes, I believe. So I'll try to conclude it soon. I just want to take you with me on the way out, so you can see which way. Both ways, not which way. All of a sudden I'm not recognizing it. Hopefully I'm still on the right way. Still got some green leaves. You know, I just got on a little off trail to go around a spot that's normally wet. That's why I didn't recognize it. I'm kind of lucky I don't run into people a lot when I'm in the forest. Sometimes I do. More public trails. More easily accessible where I don't have to drive for 25 to 30 minutes to get to. I do see people on those trails. But to see somebody at night, all of a sudden just pop out at night, that would probably make me a little... it'd probably make me jump, put it that way. But you have to almost be trying not to make noise to sneak up on somebody, I believe, in the bush. But with me doing the chit-chat, the talking, I might not hear everything that I should be hearing. So somebody might just someday surprise me. And you might just hear me firsthand screech with a moment of startledness. I can't really gauge how much further I got to go. But we'll continue going, and I'll continue talking as long as you'll listen. I think after this video I might make some shorter videos. What I mean by that, I used to do it when I first started. I'd make like an 8-minute video. I'd stop the camera, and then I would make another 8 or 9-minute video, and I'd call it part 1, part 2, and part 3, and so forth. I might try doing that again. I think I'm almost back to my vehicle. That looks like a healthy young white pine that just recently went down. Maybe another tree knocked it over, and because the other tree was bigger, it kind of pushed it over a bit. It'll continue to grow. So I hope you get opportunities to go in the forest, but I call this channel Not Much Time 33 Outdoors for 2 reasons. One, some people don't get any time to go outdoors just because life's too busy. And second, Some people can't go outdoors because of difficulties physically. And so I started this channel because I enjoy the outdoors so much. And it's in nature where I feel the best. So I call it Not Much Time 33 Outdoors. The 33, that was an old sports number that I had. And it's also, I learned that it's the number of years that the Lord Jesus was old when he died on the cross for our sins. So I've always liked that number, and so I thought I would just put it in there. And there was other channels, I think, that were called Not Much Time, and I wanted to have a way to tell them apart from mine. So I added Not Much Time 33. Put the 33 in there. Outdoors. Okay, so I've come to this clearing that's not very far from the trailhead. So here's where I'm gonna say goodnight. Let yous go. Thanks for coming along. I want you to be safe. If you can be outdoors, go do it. Be safe. Prepare to go beforehand. If you can't, well, maybe this will be a little help to you. So have a safe day, have a safe night, whatever time it is when you watch this video. And above all things, God bless. Thanks for being here. Take care, everyone. Bye. Good night.